Well, on that note, let's get you some important viewpoints, and this is an exclusive conversation that we had with Consumer Affairs Secretary Rohit Kumar Singh, who's told us that surrogate advertising is not permitted for alcohol and tobacco products. Our colleague Timsy Jaipuria caught up with Mr. Singh and spoke on topics like the insurance sector, restaurant service charges, and a lot more. Take a look.
Surrogate advertising is a way where the industry like alcohol and tobacco, they try and circumvent the advertising regulation, whether it is banned, and they try and use it as a extension of brand extension. So like there'll be an alcohol brand, this will sell glasses with the same brand name. So that is not permitted, and we engaged with the industry in Mumbai and also in Delhi, and we said, no, you cannot do this. And we also have set of guidelines ready, and we've also asked them that suppose sometimes they come with an excuse that I'm not selling this alcohol, but I'm just selling a glass or a soda water or a CD or drinking water, the mineral water. So we say, no, you have to give us detail, and CCPA, which I chair now, has just issued an order about a week back that they have to give us the value of the advertising on the extended brand vis-a-vis the actual revenue they get from the sales. Because any normal business practice will have you advertise in proportion of the revenues of that product. So if it is out of proportion, that means the surrogate advertising is being indulged into, and that's an unfair trading practice.
When it comes to healthcare treatments and the charges, Consumer Affairs Department has been writing to both Health Ministry, Ayush Ministry, etc. And also when it comes to NCDRCs, a lot of judgments have come in the recent past where healthcare treatment charges were found to be unfair, the treatments were found to be unfair. How to regulate this space? Because now Supreme Court is also hearing this matter. They've asked Health Ministry to do a stakeholders consultation with states and come with a sort of a basic ruling where there are certain set standards across the country. For treatments, there should be some basic minimum charges, and that's what to be charged, and they should be same across the country. Since consumers are involved here, what is your view? I'm sure you are also a stakeholder here.
Yes, we are concerned when it comes to unfair practices. So if there is an unfair medical practice, then people can come to consumer commissions and consumer courts, and they have been coming. Let me give you a statistics. Out of the 5,40,000 cases that India has in its consumer courts at all the three levels, national, state and districts, 1/3 pertain to insurance. 1,60,000 cases pertain to insurance. Maybe there is some systemic changes that are required, because otherwise why will so many people come to courts? And things are happening. There are many good judgments by Honorable Supreme Court and NCDRC. And this thing is getting structured. But as you said, in medical negligence and medical insurance, there is still a lot of work to be done. For example, one of our colleague presidents from Punjab, the lady once told me that when you buy travel insurance, when you're traveling and suddenly the travel agent says, sir, isko bhi le lijiye travel insurance, what exactly is covered in that travel insurance which you're buying with your air ticket, especially if you're traveling overseas? The consumer is not clear as to what is covered, what is not covered. So we need to have a separate regulation for that. Another thing which President NCDRC brought to our notice is a medical insurance is only applicable when you are treated as an inpatient. With the advancement of technology, now there are many procedures which can be done in 6-7 hours and you can go home. I'll give you an example, gallbladder removal. The thing which happens in eye, I'm forgetting the name, the surgery. So it happens and you can go home in 6-7 hours. Cataract, right. So now you are in hospital less than 24 hours. So are you not, is it not admissible for medical insurance? So I think they have had judgment, and we also wrote to IRDAI and the Finance Ministry that all these aspects, because everything is evolving, so we need to keep changes so that consumer is adequately protected.
I think IRDAI is working that it should be
right.
only for a limited number of hours, and post that the insurance claims can be initiated.
Exactly.
People are anxiously waiting that they should not be allowed to pay service charges. It should be voluntary and not mandatory.
Exactly.
A tussle is going on between the restaurants and the department in the court. Where are we? How soon do we see a judgment or a resolution here? And will it be in the favor of the consumers?
So there is no tussle here. We are just fighting for the right of the consumers who go and eat in the restaurants. So we are saying, we have the firm belief that service charge is like a gratuity or a tip, and it cannot be forced upon. Only when you are happy with the service, you pay the tip. So, and all that argument about, paying the waiters out of that kitty is not a logical argument, because we are saying, okay, if you want to do that, you increase the price on the menu. But don't disguise the charges. Don't fool the consumer. That's the fundamental principle. So when the bill comes, it says taxes, of course, everybody has to pay. And then it says SC, service charge. Half of people don't know what is SC. And you're there with your family and guests, your boyfriend or girlfriend, and now you don't want to fight there in front of the your esteemed guest there, and then that is being forced upon you, and even the percentage is different. Somebody will charge 5, somebody will say 10, somebody will say 12. So this is not done. You have to tell just by putting it in the window that this restaurant charges service charges. It does not. You cannot. It's like saying for you enter this mall and you only charge 50 rupees. Arey bhai, why? Because any charge has to be justified. So, and this argument that you pay waiters extra of that kitty is not. If I have to pay waiter extra, I will pay part of the gratuity or kitty. So, it's there in the court, and I think one more hearing it will be sorted out, hopefully in favor of the consumer of this country.
Interesting chat there. That's a CNBC TV18 exclusive. But back